The latest LTCC news
on LTCC Radio.
The latest LTCC.
Well, hello, and a very, very, very good day, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. This is your latest news roundup for the new LTCC radio. LTCC have now Landline Telephone Society have now released LTCC radio for landline telephone content creators and also for the Landline Telephone Society. This channel is a radio station for landline telephone content creators and for the whole of landline telephone enthusiasts and the whole of Landline Telephone Society. This account is for the whole of the Landline Telephone Society, and it's got all of our streams, LTCC radio streams on this channel. To participating in these streams, we have me, Joseph Crossland, Hunter Schober, Rod Arvin, and Elliot McPike. Rod and Elliot McPike will be doing their own talk shows. So will I, Joseph Crossland. And Hunter Schober will be our news reporter. I am the news reporter for today, as Hunter Schober could not make it to the news panel today. I'm also the producer of the show. So, without further ado, what we are going to do now is we're going to do the Rod Arvin talk show. So, this is the Rod Arvin talk show. Over to you, Rod.
Rod Arvin
on LTCC Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a talk show episode with me, Rod Arvin. This is the first time that I'm presenting on our radio, which is LTCC Radio, available to both LTCC and LTS fans and members. Today, we're going to talk about the general stuff that we do in LTS and what the server is about. And then we're going to have a bit of a chit chat with Joseph. So, LTS is a server based on landlines for landline telephone enthusiasts. And our goal was to have people together in this server to get to know each other, and then we could become a big community. And happily, we have become a recognized community together with each other. We have had Captain Chris as our partner. He is offering a PBX service for LTS members, which you have to register in the server. And then we also have PBX LTCC designated for LTCC members. So, in LTS, as you know, focus is around landline phones. But we also have space for people who are interested in weather radios, burglar alarms, fire alarms, security systems, telephony captures such as intercept messages, radios, not weather radios, AM/FM radios, electronics, computers, and so on, about retro technology. So, this server covers the stuff that most people like, and we hope that we could make sure for you to have a great time in our server. So, that is the overview of LTS. Now, back to you, Joseph. Let's have a talk show together.
News
on LTCC Radio.
It's the new hour, and here is the latest LTS news. I'm Joseph Crossland. So, this is the new talk show for LTS. It's called LTCC Radio, and we will be discussing a whole lot about the landline community. When we start doing live shows, you will be able to get in touch via the comment box on the YouTube page. You can ask any questions or get in touch with the show, let us know that you're here. Anyway, that's the latest from me. It's 3 minutes past the new hour. Back to you, Rod.
Rod Aldrin.
On LTCC Radio.
Great. Thanks, Joseph. So, as you saw, this is indeed the new radio project. I don't have anything to say right now in this talk show, just a short introduction, and that's it for me. Thank you very much for having me. Goodbye.
I guess we could have a group conversation actually, Rod, on the LTCC radio to introduce it. So we kind of get a feel of what it's going to be like in the future when we actually go live and have our own radio station for LTCC radio.
Yes. So for now, the reason that we have a lot of bloopers, first of all, let me explain, is that this is the first pilot episode that we are going to post. And this is basically an overview of what we did. Anyways, I feel like everyone got a sense of understanding of what's going on here. And we're gonna have scripts in the future, which I don't know who the writer is actually going to be. We need to have a writer for the radio. I
To be
think.
fair, I am the producer, so technically I am the writer.
All right. Then yeah, you should come up with scripts and then post the scripts to us like the live stream plans.
But if I'm actually being honest, we could just do it now.
All right? Yeah, we could do it.
Sorry, yeah. So
Well, Joseph apparently is experiencing technical
Sorry about that.
difficulties.
No, it's not. It's not a technical difficulty. Don't worry. Everything's connected. Okay. Nothing technical about this. So yeah, we could just have a conversation about telephones and stuff. Now, would you just wait a second while I'm just gonna take a quick break. If you could just do a bit of a talk show just for 2 minutes.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sure.
I'll just I'll be back.
All right. So, hopefully in the future, guys, we could have better episodes and we could actually entertain you in our radio. Actually, the idea of radio was insisted by me because I did see Joseph and Hunter do this radio news thing one time, and I did like it, honestly. And since we're becoming a public community known as LTS, we could be using the connections to get in touch with you viewers. And that honestly seems great. And this way, people could know about our community more. Also, the people who are probably going to be in this radio a lot are me, Joseph, Elliot, Hunter, and the Aaron Dunn. Yes, the Aaron Dunn. Nobody has seen Aaron Dunn a lot in the shows or live streams, but we are pretty sure that he would be interested to join this, as we have also told him before that he's going to have a part in LTCC radio, which honestly is a very great opportunity for everyone. And honestly, I'm glad that we did make this radio public and we brought the scratch idea into life, which
Same. I'm
honestly,
really
in my
glad about
opinion,
that.
yeah, in my opinion, is really great.
Also,
Anyways,
I'll be happy to give Aaron a part. Hopefully, this does make him a bit more included in our streams. We'll have to do it at a time when he's available to do the streams. actually. I think that'd be a great idea. Um, having having Aaron on the streams. I'll make him a jingle actually, because I've made so many jingles. It's a shame Elliot and Hunter can't join. But yeah, normally Hunter would be the news reporter, but today it had to be me because Hunter isn't available. But usually Hunter will be our news reporter, and he would definitely have a script. There is no way I am leaving anyone to do the news again after the cockle pie made of it.
All right, great. We could actually have the you could actually start writing the script for the next shows if
I don't know
you're.
when the next show is going to be though. I need to make sure everyone's available first.
Oh yeah, true. How about this? We can have the shows 4 or 5 days a week, or even 7 days a week, but sometimes like 4 or 5 days.
No, I'd my maximum would be 2 or 3 days a week. I think
Yeah.
you can always do them without me. You don't have to have me. You could be a producer too.
All right. Yeah, we'll do them like 2 or 3 days.
So yeah, it's not just for the landline telephone content creators. That's just what the jingle's called because it's the landline telephone content creators that actually made the radio. But it's for anyone interested in landline telephones, fire alarms, burglar alarms, EAS, FM radios, all that kind of thing, DAB, all of that. If you want to come along and talk about electronics when this does come out to be a live radio, just the comment box, add your comments to the comment box, and yes. Or if you get a chance to be featured in the show, you could put it in the private chat and then we could read it out if you do get to be featured. You never know, we might bring you on to the show if we know you, and then you could say a quick hello on the show while we're talking. Anyway, I'm just going to be back in a second again. I won't be long this time, I promise.
All right.
So don't worry, I'll be back to do more Landline Telephone Society radio because I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully, it's quite a. Hopefully, it brings more, like. Hopefully, it shows how helpful we can actually be despite all the drama that gets put in our faces.
Indeed.
So, I'll be back in a sec and hopefully, yeah, this will be a success. I might do a quick news report when I get back, so be sure to look in the private chat, Rod, when I'm about to do them, and then you can wrap up the conversation just so I can get these reports done.
All right. Sounds great.
So you carry on doing your talk show for now, and then when we get off the news, it will be my talk show, and then you can also come in my talk show.
All right. Great.
So it's like you've let me be in your talk show, so I'll let you be in mine.
All right. Sounds great.
It's a bit like BBC Five Live. That's like a talk show. It's the voice of the UK, but as well, we could do this like the voice of landline telephone content. No, landline telephone society.
I agree with it. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this feels great doing stuff like this. I never thought I'd be working at a radio station.
Honestly, back when I was a kid, I used to have a mini radio station.
Yeah, that sounds cool. You can talk more about that in the talk show if you want, because it's stuff like this. Stuff like this will really get other people like happy to hear about it. So you can definitely talk about that in my talk show. We're just gonna do that in a sec.
All right. Okay. Basically, back in my country, Iran, we did have this mini FM transmitter. Yes, there's no really a regulation for using FM transmitters in your home area, like in the area where your home is. And basically, we found a blank frequency, and we had a radio in it. Um, it was pretty cool, honestly. Um, I used to have my own show again. We had phone calls in, and then there was a computer where we could have background music. So it was pretty cool, honestly. And we used to play the show in my room. on the radio. It was like it had this very decent feeling. Back in my country, I did a lot of productions. Did a lot of stuff as a kid that like famous people do in real life. One time I recorded a show. I also did record some funny videos back when I came here, but it's in my Persian channel, not in this channel. So, yeah. Overall, it's just a very cool experience to have our own show, and now that people actually know us, I mean, around at least 1,000 people might know us, because given that each of us have around 1,000 subscribers, um, this at least shows us that we have around 1,000 people knowing about the community, which is very, very great. Anyways, honestly, I have nothing else to add nor say because I honestly out of idea. I said everything I should have. For now, we're just gonna wait for Joseph to come back. Alright, the news is on the way, everyone. Behold.
The latest LTCC news on LTCC Radio.
Welcome back for another update. I'm Joseph Crossland. So, LTS, Landline Telephone Society, have released a radio station available on YouTube. To get in touch with this radio station once it goes live on the channel, once this is a live radio station, this is just an introductory. Once it goes live, you will be able to get in touch via the comments section, the live chat. Other news. We now have 4 members, hopefully soon a lot more, on the LTCC radio. We have me, Joseph Crossland. I am the producer and today the news reporter, standing in for Hunter Schober. We have Rod Arvin Electrics, that is our second producer and has a talk show. We then have Elliot McPike, who also has a talk show. Same as me, I also have a talk show. Hopefully soon we'll be able to have more talk shows by the Aaron Dunn and even more landline telephone content creators, as it will be a great way to put a smile on everybody's faces. And that's the latest for now. It's just gone 1:15.
Joseph Crossland on LTCC Radio.
Well, hello. Welcome to my talk show then. It is me, Joseph Crossland, here on LTCC Radio. This is just our brief thing. We are also going to have a talking session as well. We have got Rod Arvin Electrics here as well. We've got Rod Arvin on the talk show, and he's got something he's wanting to tell us. Go ahead and say that, Rod, about how you were little and you wanted to start your own radio station or something. Because that would be really good for people to hear. It looks like we've got some technical issues. We're just going to...
Alright, okay. So I did explain this in my own segment, but back when I was a kid, we had this FM transmitter, In my country, there were no regulations about for mini transmitters, the ones such as the ones that you plug in into your car and will transmit radio frequencies with and play music with. So basically, we did something that allowed that FM transmitters to have contact with radios. And when it did that, we plugged the transmitter into the computer, connected the microphone to it, and then we started having our own mini radio station. It was pretty cool. We were like, there was a radio set up in my room where we did had someone listening to the show, and it was cool actually. It did transmit pretty great. We also had like some phone calls and at different segments. It was pretty fun. Back when I was a kid in Iran, I did a lot of stuff that famous people do, such as radios, TV shows, having companies and stuff. Back when I was a kid in Iran, we had two IP phones, a Cisco SPA 522, actually, Cisco SPA 525 G2s. And now I have one of those phones right here. And with those phones, well, they weren't provisioned, but with those phones, I played a lot. I honestly built my own company, some sort of thing. It was fun. Then later on, um, I had an SIP PBX where I did also work with the IP phones in there, and it was fun. And now I also have my own PBX, which is a Cisco UC 520.
Well, that's incredible how you managed to make your own radio station. We're all digital here, no FM or anything, unfortunately, but we are still digital and we are still a radio station. It's our own talk show, and yeah, so it's our talk show. We can talk about anything that we want. Like Rod's talking about his thing, his FM radio station. It was super, super cool. And it was a really nice listen. If you want to listen back to anything on here, well, we're not even live, but I'm still going to say it. Then these streams are available on YouTube. If you just look in the live section, you'll see it there. This stream isn't live. This is well, it's not even a stream then, is it? It's a pre-recorded video to let you guys know what it's going to be like when we get the show up and running, which hopefully soon. So this was just a test run, and the test has gone pretty successful, don't you think, Rod?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do too. So we're gonna say goodbye now to the show, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone wanting to join the show, doing their own talk show. I do like doing talk shows, I think. They're pretty good, and hopefully, this talk show goes pretty well. So, there's going to be no music, unfortunately, but because of copyright and stuff. But we have got our very own talk show. And talk shows are, I think, what LTCC needs. So, hopefully, this talk show goes well. So, thank you very much for joining us here. Me and Rod are very grateful. Thank you very much for this talk show. So, we're going to say goodbye now. We're going to end the talk show. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.